Hey everyone, Flash of Doom here. By the way, just for future references, I'm calling myself Flash of Doom now because, first of all, I hate my YouTube name, and second of all, Flash of Doom is my account on Xbox. So I'm like, whatever, I'll just go with that, I guess. It sounds cool. I like the name, so I'm gonna stick with that. So, anyways, today I'm gonna be doing a movie review on Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 2. Not Part 1, just Part 2. Because I have strong feelings about this movie that no one else I've asked. I've asked family members, I've asked friends, and they all feel the same way about this that I don't. I have a completely different way of looking at it. And I wanted to get that opinion expressed because I want to know if anyone feels the same way I do, because I feel like I'm alone here in this fight. And so anyways, Deathly Hallows Part 2. For the most part, I think this movie is awesome. I think the movie is great. I think it's top 3 easily out of all the Harry Potter movies. Now, this is coming from a guy that had never read any of the books, right? I might have read half of The Sorcerer's Stone. That's it, the first one. But besides that, I haven't read any of the books. I'm going basically solely on the movies that I've watched, right? And also, I grew up like exactly the same age as pretty much the same age as the actors. You know, Harry, Ron, Hermione, like all of them. They were like 11 when they started this, the first movie, Sorcerer's Stone, and I was like around the same age, like 10 or 11, whatever. And I grew up with them as watching the movies, right? So that was really cool. Just to grow up with them and like they're going through experiences, like as teenagers and whatever. As they're growing up, we're growing up too, so that's kind of cool. So anyways, the movie, for the most part, I love the movie. It has so much stuff. It has, drama, romance, obviously, fantasy, action. There's a sense of doom and despair because, Voldemort's at the height of his power and like he has all these followers and like they're attacking Hogwarts and all this. And then the drama and the sadness of the whole Snape subplot. I mean, that is just so horrible and just so sad to see. And yet, you realize this whole time, like, my God, like, Snape, this whole time was, like, the best thing that could have happened to Harry. Like, I mean, the whole time, I thought that was really moving. How that all happened. And then, he really he was in love with Harry's mom the whole time, and just the whole Snape thing was I thought was brilliant, and the way they edited it and executed it into the storyline, it just like smacked you right in the face. You're like, holy crap! But it's just everything, and then Harry kills himself, but then he comes back. He's not really dead, and then the fighting, the trolls, the giants, the spiders. The spells, I mean, it's just so awesome. Except, this is where I disagree with everyone I've ever talked to about how you felt about the movie. Right, I think 95% of the movie, right, up until the ending, is brilliant. I think the way they executed everything, little things here and there I can pick at, like, oh yeah, I don't like that, that sounds, whatever. But generally speaking, I think it's a fantastic movie. But the ending, no, I've not read the books, remember, so I'm just going based on solely on the movies. Now, the way they ended it, in my opinion, is utter garbage. I mean, I don't think they could have made a worse ending if they tried. Like, think about it. They defeat Voldemort. They walk into what's left of the big room where they always eat, right? All the huge tables, the chandeliers, whatever, where Dumbledore always talks. They walk into that room, and it's like barely standing. It's like half a room now. There's rubble everywhere. And Harry looks at everyone who's still alive. He sees there's people that died throughout. So he looks at the dead people. He looks at the living people. And like hugs Hagrid, smiles. And then Harry, Ron, and Hermione, they walk out to the bridge. They break the Elder Wand, throw it into the ravine below, whatever. And then it flashback, and then it flash forwards 19 years later, and they're like, "Oh, we're married now. We have kids." Harry names his son after Severus and Albus. Dumbledore and Snape, whatever. And then they go off on their train and their new lives, their kids' lives. Now they go to Hogwarts. I'm like, really? It just seemed like it was so rushed and put together like that, like 5 seconds. Oh, let's put super glue on it. Oh God, I'm scared, and throw it out there. You can't have a huge celebration. You can't have, they've been spending all these years, all these movies just trying to defeat Voldemort, and now they defeated the most evil being to ever exist. And they don't even care? Maybe they're so emotionally drained that they don't care anymore. But I mean, to me, that's just like a slap in the face to everyone who's watched the Harry Potter movies. I can't believe I just watched that. And the most disappointing thing about it is, up until that, it was so fantastic. The whole movie was just building up for this final scene. It's like everything was so phenomenal, and then they just ended it like that. Now, that being said, I am in the extreme minority. I have not found one person, I've not talked to one person yet that thinks the same way I do. Now, I'm curious, anyone who's watching this, I'm curious if you stick around to the end of this video. First of all, thank you for listening this far. And secondly, I have a question to ask all of you who are watching this, or listening to this. How do you feel about the ending? I'm sure most of you will agree that you think it's a great ending and it's a great way to finish off the series, which I don't understand. But I respect that, but I don't understand it. But I'm curious if anyone out there actually agrees with me to any extent or to the full extent, and I'm curious to see how you guys actually feel about the ending. So that's my review of Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 2. Out of 10, let's say stars, out of 10 stars, I'd give it an 8.5. I think it's a fantastic movie up until the end. I think the ending kind of ruins it. Otherwise, I'd give the movie like a 9.5 out of 10. Up until the ending, I think the ending takes it down like 1 star because to me that just really pisses me off. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. The ending really pisses me off. But I'm curious I'm curious to hear what you guys have to say about that. So leave a comment below saying how you guys felt about the Harry Potter ending. I'm curious as to what you guys think. Alright, thanks for watching, guys. Comment, rate, and subscribe. See ya.